Right now it's 7. A man arrested, accused of attacking and raping 2 women. Tonight, investigators hunt for clues. There may be more victims out there. Another primary night and still few answers. Will Florida prove pivotal once again? We hear it all too often. A life taken by gun violence. Tonight, we find out if this is turning into a tragic trend.
And now, NBC6 South Florida Nightly News.
7, 2 women brutally raped, both blaming the same man.
And tonight, police say there could be more victims out there. Tom Yamas is live at Miami-Dade Police Headquarters with more on this story.
Well, Miami-Dade detectives and City of Miami detectives are both working this case. Right now, police are not calling this man a serial rapist yet, but we know that he allegedly attacked 3 women, and there could be more victims out there, and his crimes did not stop with sexual assaults.
Leandro Jermaine Scott.
According to police, the streets of South Florida are much safer now that 25-year-old Leandro Scott is locked up. In the last month, he allegedly raped, robbed, and kidnapped 3 women and shot a man over drugs and money.
I do find probable cause for the charges.
According to various arrest reports, Scott started his trifecta of violence on South Florida women in early February. His first alleged victim, a 17-year-old girl walking home from work in the area of Northwest 23rd Street and North Miami Avenue. Scott allegedly robbed her at gunpoint, then raped her behind a white truck. 2 weeks later, he followed another 17-year-old girl in the 5400 block of Northeast 2nd Avenue, robbed her at gunpoint, and raped her inside of her family's apartment.
No bond.
Scott also allegedly raped a woman in Northwest Miami-Dade after he forced his way into her car. Scott, who's been in and out of trouble since he was 16, described 2 of the sexual assaults as consensual sex. And Scott tonight is being held at the Dade County Main Jail. So far, police are not commenting on this case because of the sensitivity of the matter, but we expect some type of formal announcement tomorrow. Reporting live at Miami-Dade Police Headquarters, I'm Tom Yamas, South Florida Nightly News.
Some developing news to tell you about right now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joel Conable in Satellite Control. This coming out of Washington, D.C. Apparently, a private plane failed to respond to air traffic controllers as it approached restricted airspace over Washington, D.C. Taking a look at Washington right now, the Capitol was affected by this and the White House. Apparently, the alert levels were raised when this pilot stopped talking to air traffic controllers around 6 o'clock tonight. Fighter jets were scrambled to intercept that plane, and at last report, as of 6:30, about a half hour ago, fighter jets were still following that plane as it flew 16 miles south of Washington, D.C. Officials say they didn't think the plane had any threat. Of course, they're going to be interviewing that pilot and asking what he or she was thinking. But you have to remember, whenever you fly around Washington, D.C., it's a big deal. They have restricted airspace, and you can't go over it unless you talk to air traffic controllers. Of course, we'll be following this story. We'll find out later tonight exactly what happened with that airplane. Back to you guys.
Okay.
Presumed Republican nominee John McCain is in West Palm Beach raising money tonight, while lots of fuss is being raised about Florida's disputed delegates. Our delegate dilemma is being discussed on Capitol Hill tonight, and Nick Bogert is live in downtown Miami to explain.
Congressional Democrats from Florida and Michigan are meeting behind closed doors on Capitol Hill this evening, talking about those disputed delegates whose fate may be crucial in that oh-so-close Clinton-Obama contest.
1.7 million Florida Democrats voted in January, and thousands more chose delegates based on that vote just last weekend. Florida's governor exasperated that those seem like empty exercises right now.
Some party boss in Washington decided that they were not going to have the people's voice be heard. Are you kidding me?
Easy for Chris to say. His candidate, John McCain, will soon magnanimously decide to seat all Republican delegates from Florida. They're all going to vote for him anyway. But with Obama and Clinton still in a dogfight, there are no such easy answers for Democrats. And the pressure's mounting both here and in Michigan, which also violated party rules by moving up its primary.
The Florida and Michigan question have to be answered, and answered relatively soon.
Broward Party Chair Mitch Caesar's also a super delegate. He has yet to commit to either Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton, despite lots of pleas.